Xbox is going to go third party. The consoles are done, y'all.
What are you PlayStation fanboys happy about, man? I find it so funny that they're always fixated on the aspect that Microsoft's going third party and Sony is doing the same exact thing that Xbox dudes had to deal with during the Xbox One generation. You do understand that I could play PlayStation games on a ROG Ally, PC, desktop, laptop, and as well as a Steam Deck. That is multi-platform. So as soon as you go PC, to be honest with you, Sony would actually be less multi-platform by putting their game on Xbox than putting your game on PC. And let me explain, because with PC, they have different devices that can access your games. Steam Deck, ROG Ally, desktop, and laptop. That is 4 different types of platforms people can continue to play their games on. That's more than just one Xbox. So when you guys say that Xbox is going full third party, well, Sony has already gone third party. Matter of fact, they already started it by putting Lego Horizons on the Nintendo Switch. I really don't understand as to why people continue to fight on the concept of exclusivity when, to be honest with you, it really doesn't even matter anymore.
Oh, it's over. Pack it up. Xbox lost the console war. It's over, baby. Full third party. Never again. Holy moly. I don't understand how PlayStation fanboy...
You could just stop. You should have stopped there. I don't understand. And then just cut the video.
Yeah, because I don't understand either as to why you guys keep talking about third party when you got Sony putting all their games on PC. It makes no sense.
You're right. I don't understand. And then cut the rest of it. You didn't have to keep going with this video. You could have just stopped that. I don't understand.
50 years old, man. It's got to the point that even Puerto Ricans don't even want to rep him no more. They're like, man, drop the Puerto Rican flag. Surrender, Puerto Rico. You know, this dude's holding the white flag. Because clearly he's not Puerto Rican, man. I mean, come on, man. What kind of garbage is this?
And then let us teach you on why this is happening.
Boys constantly say the dumbest things every single time. And it's almost like they don't even realize that their own platform that they love and crave so much is also a third-party publisher. But we're not...
What's funny is, why do PC...
Why won't you answer the question, bro? See, you see how bothered he gets by after Alex said that? Just answer the question, bro. Because you guys want to go as far to mock Xbox owners for having... I guess third-party games, but the same thing, the same argument can be made for PlayStation, and now look at it. Now you're going to find a way to damage control. Go ahead.
Do that, right?
Go ahead.
Because, you see...
What do you mean? You guys do it all the time. You guys did it during the whole Xbox One generation, and now you're mad that PC gamers are doing it to you?
Oh, but Sony's putting games on PC.
Yeah.
And I asked the question, okay, so how does that make the Xbox gamer who bought Xbox Series X...
Well, maybe I don't want to buy games on PC. Like I said, the Xbox is for console gamers that don't want to play on PC. How hard is it for you to understand? The same argument that you guys say, oh, well, I don't want to play Helldivers 2 on PC. I want to play it on my PlayStation 5. Why? Because consoles are convenient. So how come that logic don't also apply to Xbox? You guys talk about how it's more expensive. I got to spend more money to get a capable PC to run the same games on my Sony. But yet, the same thing could also apply to Xbox. Maybe I just want the convenience option. Maybe I don't personally care if, I don't want to mess with motherboards and GPUs of that nature. Maybe I just want a console that I can plug and play, and Microsoft is providing that experience. That's what consoles was designed for. They were designed here for us, and yet you people hate the concept of essentially what a gaming console is.
How does that help them? How does anything PC help their reality?
And how does anything PC or Xbox help yours? Because at the end of the day, you guys said that Xbox had no games, but yet you guys are willing to buy every single Xbox game that drops on your platform. How is that helping your argument?
You see what I'm saying?
What?
How? Give me, yes. Sony puts their games day and day for live service, eventually on PC for tempos. And so explain to me how that makes the Xbox console gamer like what do they get out of that?
And what do PlayStation 5 gamers get? All they get is all their games going to PC inevitably. And to be honest with you, with Xbox games dropping on there too, they can afford to wait for your little trash exclusive games to come to the platform. Especially if they have Game Pass, can play games day and date. I don't think they have a problem waiting maybe a year or two to play a single player game from
So explain to
PlayStation.
me, how does something going on Steam makes it better for the Xbox console gamer, right?
How does anything that go to Steam from PlayStation make it any better for PS5? The same argument can be used against you. Matter of fact, let's also talk about all the live service and subscription games that were planned to come out for Sony, but let's talk about the ones that you have already, like Helldivers 2. What is the benefit of playing the game on PS5 when one, you're paying for online when PC gamers are playing the game entirely free, and two, they got a better version than you. But yet, you ponies picked up the PS5 to play Helldivers 2. Oh, no, they didn't. But still, you know what I mean by that. So, what benefit am I getting from playing live service and subscription games on PlayStation in favor of PC when I can play those games for free online?
What these guys don't realize is...
But Sony, they prioritize us, though. If they did, then PC gamers would be paying for it, and you guys would have the free online experience. Sony don't care about you.
They pushed out this content.
And I'm not saying Microsoft cares either. All I'm trying to do is explain to these PlayStation fanboys that still think that exclusivity matters, bro. Y'all ain't even buying your own games. Astrobot, which happened to be an exclusive to your platform, only sold 1.5 million, bro, out of 70 million PS5s out there. And you're trying to tell me the game couldn't eclipse 5 million at least? Come on, man.
I think like PlayStation gamers don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like,
You don't
know what they're talking about. So when they see this, they're thinking, oh, these ponies, they don't know shit. Xbox is going to keep its exclusives. They're going to keep their big games. It's not.
Nobody said that, bro. I've also stated that Microsoft is planning to put their games on Switch as well as PlayStation. I've actually advocated for Microsoft to do that. Now, here's another counter argument that I have. Do you know that Sony's planning to put games on the Nintendo Switch too? So what are you ponies going to do when Sony decides to put more of their games on the Nintendo Switch too? I mean, it shouldn't be hard for them because all they've been doing is PS4 level entry games anyway. So what happened if you start seeing games like Uncharted on the Nintendo Switch too? Are you still going to say that Sony's exclusive? Like, I just want to know what makes it exclusive and what doesn't. Because at the end of the day, once a game hits another platform, that is not an exclusive. I don't care what any of you guys want to say. I don't care if it's even on a calculator. The game ain't it. Well, besides hardware, because, you know, like I said, the differences between the game. But I'm saying, you guys know what I'm saying. If a game is on another platform, the way that we see now, then the game ain't an exclusive.
On a PlayStation, and because I like ABK, Bethesda, and all this stuff, I'm going to buy an Xbox. Because they might prefer Bethesda and ABK games and all these other studio games over Sony's first party.
So, well, we know that. I mean, you guys have made that pretty aware after wanting to buy all these single Xbox, Bethesda, and Activision games. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
On the battle of exclusive or exclusives, some said, nah, I prefer Sony's first party bangers. I prefer...
Bro, where are you getting this information from? Because even your own audience don't even prefer these bangers. That's why you guys are stoked about playing some old Halo Master Chief Collection while you got all your games like Concord failing.
But the deal Sony makes, I'm getting me a PlayStation. I don't like Bethesda games anyway, and you saw that. You saw that?
Bro, I guarantee there's more people that like Bethesda games than they like of your Sony exclusives.
People say
if I made a poll about what game you guys are anticipated in playing, Elder Scrolls 6 or Intergalactic, I guarantee Intergalactic will be in the 90s. And the only ones that would downvote it would be ponies like yourself.
This is not that big of a deal for me. If it's there, it's there, but if it's not...
Well, keyword, what you just said, for you. But for the majority of gamers, that's what they want.
It's not a decision point. They bought a PlayStation. On the flip side, you have Xbox gamers that said, no, I like Bethesda, Fallout, Elder Scrolls. There's no way I'm going to miss out on those titles. I'm going to get me an Xbox. Why? Because of him and other content creators. They fought against us because we're so many ponies that don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We have no idea what's going on.
Bro, look how this dude raises his voice like a little child, bro. Like, you could clearly tell that this is so important to him, bro. Like, I just finished Ninja Gaiden 2 Black on Hard. I'm actually out here playing games. I'm not the one actually out here complaining about where games are going. Because I'm telling you, man, you ponies are going to have a rude awakening when you start seeing majority of your games go to the Nintendo Switch 2. You be a fool to think that Sony ain't going to capitalize on that. And I think Microsoft is also going to capitalize on the hype of the Switch 2. You'd be a fool to think that, bro. We are living in an era where things is much better as an ecosystem and a service. Now, Nintendo, they don't gotta do that because people gonna pick up their system for their games. Unlike PlayStation, where you guys have your games failing, and you guys would rather say, well, to cope with the fact that your games fail, oh, but we got your games though. Like that's coping, bro. Like imagine. Like that's like a Nintendo fan saying, well, your Mario game, oh, but we got Call of Duty though, a game that everybody can play. Come on, man.
They got it all figured out. And his fans is like, man, Alex, you're a smart man. You slapping thighs and playing shooter games.
You don't have to be smart to know that PlayStation is also third party. Like it's pretty obvious. Even you just said it yourself. You don't have to be smart to know that.
You know what the fuck you're talking about.
You just want to cope. That's all it is.
Now here we are, 2025. They're all pissed.
So I beg this question: if Sony puts majority of their games on the Nintendo Switch 2, well, some of them, would that also make Sony a third party distributor? Oh, no. Watch, they're going to find ways. Oh, but it's a portable. It's not really a home console. Well, go ahead with the excuses. Because at the end of the day, like I've already broke it down to you, once you put your games on PC, you've already opened the floodgates of multi-platform. Like I said, I can play your PlayStation games through desktop. I can play them through a laptop. I can play them through a ROG Ally. I can play them through a Steam Deck. That is 4 different devices. 4 different platforms. Oh, watch them say, oh, well, those don't count.
Because they're stuck. They're not going to get Wolverine. They're not going to get Intergalactic. Sony's going to continue to keep games on. Phantom Blade Zero on the side. While
that's what you guys want to believe.
Bethesda games and ABK games, and even Sony, Microsoft's own tempo titles, that Halo, Here's and Forza, that's going to PlayStation. So now they're in this box, and they're like, fuck. If I would have chose PlayStation, I would have gotten the games anyway.
Yeah, what games are we talking about? Because we still ain't got them. You see, out of all the times that you guys saying that these games are coming, we haven't seen them. Yeah, we've seen a few, like I've said, Phil Spencer said, case-by-case basis, but you're acting like the whole floodgates of Xbox games is just going to drop in your laps in a matter of days. You're still going to wait for a lot of these experiences. And real gamers, we're not going to wait that long just so we can play some Xbox games on a console we already own.
Along with the exclusives PlayStation does. And PC doesn't help with that reality. A person who bought an Xbox Series X and says, I chose an Xbox Series X, and now all the games I bought it for are going to PlayStation, but the PlayStation games is not coming to me.
What's funny, you guys want to sit there and say, oh, we buy our games, but yet I looked at his profile, and he didn't even buy Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. A lot of people complaining about the price of that game. Well, look, I played it, I enjoyed it, and I beat it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's the power of Game Pass Ultimate, the ability to go out there and try games. And I find it so funny that they're like, oh, we'll buy Intergalactic and we'll buy Gran Turismo and Forza. Well, if you had Game Pass or something similar, you could have took that $70 and picked up another game instead. A game that you never even really had or a game you didn't have access to. I don't see the problem of Game Pass Ultimate. If you're an Xbox owner and you're fully taking advantage of it, I see no problem with it. If you want to buy your game like a big boy gamer, go ahead. The option is still there for you to do that.
And here comes Alex. Don't worry, brother. I get to play the games on PC. That should make you feel better. That dude's like, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck that got to do with me? It's on Steam. And the fuck that got to do with my console? The fuck is wrong with you? Fuck you and your PC. I'm talking. If you're into Game Pass, you get an Xbox console. That's it. That's all you got. But if you're in there so you can have a wide library of games, that's not the place.
Because the place would actually be PC. You just bodied your own argument. You just literally bodied your own argument. And then the excuse that he's gonna come up with now, well, they don't got GTA 6 though. So one game. You do understand that PC has way more games than Xbox and PlayStation, right? I hope you're fully aware of that. There's a lot of games that don't even come to console and PC, and they don't even care about the exclusivity. Matter of fact, some PC games just run better outright. It took Final Fantasy XIV for PS3, PS4, and then PS5 to even get the game right to where the game's actually functional on a console. That was a long time, bro. That's like, 15, 16, 17 years just so you can run an MMORPG game. It's embarrassing, bro. Because at the end of the day, this whole concept of exclusivity doesn't matter, bro.
Be missing some shit. It is what it is.
can get into that right now. No, no. Look, the thing is this. There was an interview with the CFO of Xbox.
Now this one, we're bringing it back to the past. Remember when I did the CFO interview? And I told you. And here's the funny part. I actually showed the summit. Many views.
Aren't you the same guy that was damage controlling when Detroit Become Human dropped on PC and you said, oh, Sony's only doing that because they're the movie games, and look what happened. At the end of the day, man, these companies do not care about you, bro. They try to make money, and rightfully so. If they gotta, if that's what it takes for anybody, Sony, Nintendo, or whoever, to stay afloat, why as gamers are we entitled, not me personally, but these fools out here entitled to think that these games should continue to stay exclusive? You ponies are the same dudes that said your games would never go to another platform, and yet they drop it on PC. That's what y'all said. I remember hearing you say that throughout the whole PS4 generation. And now look what happened to you. Because you guys chose to play third party and now Xbox games over your own titles, which is only going to make Sony want to put their games elsewhere too. And I'm telling you, they're going to drop games on the Switch too. You'll be a fool to think that. So if they drop games on the Switch too, should I say, well, there ain't no reason for a PlayStation? But we already know the Switch ain't going to get access to all the games. But still, who cares, bro? You guys are fighting about, oh, you guys don't play this game and we do. Nobody wants your games. Even your own audience don't even want them. It is what it is, bro. Let's just keep it 100.
Saw it. I did the summit live. Like, we actually
Nobody cares about your games, bro. Because if you did, you'd be talking about it. We got Xbox dudes being excited for games that are coming out. And you got PlayStation dudes acting like they're not excited for Xbox games, but then they're going to support them on your own platform while all your games are failing and dying in front of you. Explain. That is so counterintuitive, bro. But go ahead, by all means, pick up these great games. I wouldn't want anybody to miss out on these. But you're paying $70, $50 full price for all these games, and Xbox gamers are enjoying their games day and date and everything, including third party. Like, at this point, man, I really don't know what to tell you, man. You know, because PC gamers are getting your games, which is multi-platform, but then y'all gonna sit there and throw a third-party game in front of their faces, which is GTA 6. Well, y'all ain't gonna play that. Y'all ain't gonna play GTA 6 though right away. We got you. Like if that's a good got you. Like the fact that you're using a third-party game to essentially got you to the PC gaming community, but at the end of the day, the PC has more games. If you want to be technical, even the Xbox got more games than you. Because I can emulate PS1, 2, GameCube, N64. I can emulate all these games on my platform, which also therefore means that the Xbox with dev mode has more games than you. If you want to be that petty. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be that petty, I mean, we could do that. So, but if not, if you don't want to be petty and you want to look at these consoles for what they are face value, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, bro. Oh, Xbox is missing out on a few games, Black Myth Wukong, and why isn't Wanted, and what are we missing out on, man? You guys didn't even want them. We ain't missing out on anything.
Tim Stewart talk. I did it live. I didn't do no bullshit paragraphs. Cut out.
Think about the business at gaming as it relates to Microsoft with Activision. Operating leverage and margin expansion is definitely.
Now, the reason why I'm showing this, I want you to put yourself in the seat of a gamer wondering what's going on, what's happening, so they can make a decision. Do I go buy a PlayStation? Do I buy an Xbox? Is Xbox going to go on a PlayStation? Because if that's the case, I'll go buy a PlayStation.
Gamers don't even have these conversations. Most gamers just pick up a platform because their friends have one.
Like, what's going on?
It's that simple.
Sure, you're that consumer watching this channel. And in the end, what are you going to get out of what Alex is doing?
Definitely a piece of that puzzle. We think about acquisition and amortization separately, so you worked out in your models. But at the highest level, you go from what was a lower margin third-party entity.
Bro, hopefully you guys enjoy this video, man. Like, this dude is the definition of brain rot, bro, sipping on his little Thanos mug like he won something, bro. You didn't win anything. Like, it's crazy that now that Microsoft is the biggest, I guess you could say, third-party distributor, they have full control over everything. And you guys are going to still downplay. You're going to still find reasons to hate on it. Oh, there's no reason for an Xbox. Well, I guess there's no reason for a PlayStation 5 either, because I'll have access to all those great games on PC while also playing your PlayStation 5 exclusives. Like they all third party, bro. I don't know how ponies are trying to spin. Like the reason why I'm trying to say this because I remember the Xbox One generation, and you guys are trying to spin it the same way as if this is some form of success story for y'all. I'm telling you right now, Sony's gonna put games on Nintendo Switch, bro. And when that day happens, I wonder what you ponies are gonna say. Are you ponies gonna say that's full third party? Now at this point, they're doing PC. Now they're doing Nintendo Switch too, right? Like, what are you guys gonna say? I guarantee y'all gonna sit there and say it's a portable, it don't count. But hopefully, you guys enjoy this video. And like I said, man, just go play games, man. It ain't even that serious.